Everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica. On today's video, we're going to be doing a get ready with me using the products from my January beauty boxes. So I did not get any cream face products, so I have my foundation on. Actually, I have my primer, my foundation, my concealer, my powder, and my brows on today already because I got none of those products in my beauty boxes this month, but I went through all my products. I have them in here that I'm going to be using today, and I will let you know which beauty box I got these items from and what my thoughts are on the products. So, like I said, I have the rest of my face makeup already on, so I'm going to go ahead into my face makeup, the last couple of items that I do have to put on my face. I'm going to be using 3 products here. This first one is the Viseart Theory, what do they call it? The Theory Highlighter Blush and Bronzer number 2 in a Blaze. I have another brush and highlighter. So from this palette, this is a 3 shade palette. It has bronzer, blush, and highlighter. I'm actually going to be using the bronzer shade today because, like I said, I do have another blush and another highlighter that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to get this on my brush and put this on my face. And I will tell you that I do typically like Viseart palettes. I have, I think, 3 of the Theory eyeshadow palettes, and I also have their Golden Hour palette. I guess I have 3 of those, like, 9-pan palettes that they have, and I really do like that. Golden Hour right now is my favorite. I also have the second one. What are they called? Hold on one second. So the second one is Trist, and then the third one is Libertine. I think they're coming out with another one here. I think. I'm not 100% certain. But I have the 3 of those. I have not actually even dipped into Libertine yet. I don't know why. I haven't. I do have Trist and Golden Hour. I like Golden Hour better. So if you're looking for one of those and you're trying to consider, like I said, I can't speak to Libertine, but I do really enjoy the Golden Hour palette. The Trist palette's nice, but it's more monochromatic than Golden Hour. Golden Hour gives you a lot more options. So for my skin tone, I actually really like this bronzer shade. I think it works really, really well. I think if you're darker skinned than I am, have a darker complexion, this probably might not work for you. But it looks really nice on my skin tone, so it works for me. I was a little bit concerned that it might be too dark, but it's not. So I do really enjoy my Viseart products. So my blush that I'm going to be using is from Becca. I do have both of these, the Viseart palette as well as the Becca palette, both came from my Beautylish Lucky Bag. So I know it's not a typical beauty box, but I did get my Lucky Bag this month, so I figured I'd go ahead and use it. So I forgot how bright this shade was. Alright, I'm gonna have to use a really light hand with this. Actually, I might grab a different brush. I have this brush here, but I might grab a Duo Fiber. Alright, so this is the Becca Luminous Blush in the shade Snapdragon. I'm gonna grab a Duo Fiber brush. Because the last thing I want to do is put too much of this on and then be very upset. So, alright. I'm just a little concerned because of how deep it is. I do have another Becca blush that I do really like. I don't wear it too often because of the fact that they are like luminous brushes, in quotes. They call themselves, that's their name, the luminous blushes. They do have a little bit of shimmer to them. Not too bad, but they do have a little bit of shimmer to them, which I normally wear more matte blushes. I'm not opposed to a shimmer in the blush. I just don't normally wear them. So, all right. Because I'm using this Duo Fiber and I'm just barely tapping in, I am having to tap in repeatedly to get enough on my face. But that is by my own choice. If I used a different brush, I probably would not be doing that. But I want to be able to control how much I'm putting on my face, because the last thing I want to do is have too deep a blush and then be upset with the way it looks. So, but if you're curious, I would say that these are definitely a good formula to use if you're interested and there's like a sale or something and you're curious. So yeah, here we go. I think I got a little bit much on this cheek, but it's okay. It's cold here today. Nobody will even notice. Moving on to highlighter. I got this little sleek highlighting palette in my glossy box. And I think most of the shades in here are cream, if I remember correctly from my unboxing. Okay, so there's 2 powders. This one right here and this one right here are powders, and then the 3 in like the middle and the sides there are creams. So I did already put powder on my face. I'm not going to use a cream, but I am going to go in to, I think I'm going to go in with the pink shade and use that as my highlighter today. See how that looks. I do have another sleek palette, a highlighting palette specifically, that I do really like. I'm going to need to pull that out in a Shop My Stash here soon because I do really like it. Okay. Their formula is very good. Like I said, I do have another palette that I very much enjoy. So, okay. Okay, I think that is super pretty. I like it. I'm not sure that it's the most blinding highlight, but I don't normally wear super blinding highlights. All right, so those are my face products that I'm going to use. Trying to decide if I want to do anything else. I almost feel like I should put more of the bronzer on, to be honest with you, because I used a really light hand and the blush is a little bit deeper, so I'm going to go back into the bronzer just a little bit and deepen up my bronze a little bit and just sort of blend that in with the blush. And I know like a lot of people will use like a lot of bronzer and really bronze up their face. I'm not that talented with bronzer or contour, to be honest with you. And I'm always worried that I'm just going to make it look like I have, you know, mud splashed across my face. So I'm always very, very light-handed when I'm using any sort of bronzer or contour. Plus, I'm never going full glam anyway, so I try to look more natural with my makeup. Now I feel like I got too much. Oh well, that's okay. Okay, I like all those products. I think they're very nice. Okay, moving on. I have a bunch of different things in here. Let's see what I want to pull out next. So I have, you might be wondering if I'm going to pull out the Lila palette that I got in Beautylish. I am not going to because I got a bunch of other eye products that I want to try out. I got this product here. This is the Measurable Difference Brilliantly Bronzed palette. I got this in my Lola box, I'm pretty sure. Let me look. Yes, that's in my Lola box. I got this Mally stick in Allure, and it's a beautiful bronze shade. I definitely want to use that. And then I got this Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop, which I think I'm going to use on my inner corner. What else do I have? I think that's it in here. We're going to try to go with an eye look just with those products. Primarily what I wanted to use was the Mally stick because when I used it in that video and I put it on the back of my hand and just blended it out, it looked really nice. So I do have an eye primer on. What I'm going to do is go in with a brush into the Measurable Difference palette, and I'm just going to go into Amber and put that in my crease and kind of all over the lid because I did use some eye primer today already. So I am going to put this on here just to give me sort of a base to start from. All right, now I don't know, I don't use cream eyeshadows very often at all. So maybe I just screwed everything up by putting the powder on first. Maybe I should have put this one on and then put the powder on to blend it out. So I kind of screwed up, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this all over my lid and then blend it in. I want to get this really well blended in, and then I'm going to do some more work with it as well. Honestly, I'm not liking that on my lid. That looks weird, right? Is it just me? Maybe I'm not putting enough of it. I feel like it's looking really blotchy on my eyelid. That's really weird because when I put it on my hand, it looks super pretty and then it blends out really nicely too on my hand. So I don't know what's going on on my eyelid. I don't know if it's because I put that powder on first. I've been having issues. Does anybody have this, that like you have issues where one eye is really easy to blend and then the other eye really isn't? I've been having issues with my right eye, this one over here. I don't remember if it's your right still or if it's your left. But this eye over here, I've been having issues with blending eyeshadow on it, which is really weird. Like I'll use the same primer on both eyes and I'll be using the same powders on both eyes, but for some reason when I go to blend on my right eye, it just doesn't blend the same. Is that weird? I mean, I think it's weird. I don't know. Maybe it's not that weird. Maybe it happens to a lot of people. I don't know. All right, so I'm not loving this. I'm not loving the way this is looking, to be honest. Based on the way it looks on my hand, like I was super excited about that product because I thought it might look really nice as like a one shade eye look, but I'm not real happy with the way that's turning out at all. All right, I'm gonna go into the shade Almond in this palette and I'm gonna put that over top of the Mally shade. And I'm thinking it might have had something to do with the fact that I put that powder on first. Let me know in the comment section down below, is that from your experience part of the reason why I kind of screwed it up, or am I just, I don't know. I would love to hear if you guys might have an idea of what I did wrong there, because it looks really nice on my hand and not so nice on my lid. All right, I'm going to go into the Radiance Bronze shade and I'm just going to focus that on my outer corner and then drag it into my crease as well. I probably should have tapped my brush off before doing that, but it's okay. All right, I don't like the way this is looking at all. I'm going to go grab my Lila palette. I'm going to wipe this off and go grab my Lila palette. All right, so I reapplied concealer. I actually went ahead and sprayed my face down with some MAC Fix Plus because I have really dry under eyes, and when I put too much concealer on, it really starts to look crepey. So I did powder them and then I put some Fix Plus on in hopes that it will help. So yeah. The Mally stick I really was not very happy with, and I'm going to play around with that. Maybe it's because I put the powder on first and I messed it up. That's definitely a possibility. These shades, they're okay. I mean, I think I said that when I did my Lola video. I'm going to put that aside. Yeah, I probably won't reach for that very much. It'll probably get decluttered here when I do my declutter, which I'm planning on doing. What I decided was I'm going to go ahead and do my declutter when I hit 1,000 subscribers. So maybe it'll be this year, maybe it'll be next year. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to use my Natasha Denona Lila palette, which I got in my Beautylish box. This is what it looks like. I'm not going to tell you shades as I'm using them because, to be honest with you, I just don't know. I mean, this is probably my biggest complaint about her palettes, and this is the first one I've had, but if you understand what I'm saying, I don't like this in palettes, period. Having like a plastic overlay. Either I'll just point to a shade and say I'm using this shade, or I just won't tell you what shade I'm using. All right, I do not have a pale enough shade to start a base on my lids, so I'm gonna actually use my setting powder. I have Laura Mercier setting powder. I'm just gonna set my lid with this to start because I don't have like a cream colored shade to start with. So we're just gonna start there, and I got it all over my lashes. Yeah. Anyway, it's fine. All right. Gonna go ahead and shut that. All right, now we can go into the Lila palette. I am going to go into, I think I'm gonna go into this shade over here first, and I'm going to put that in my crease using this, what is this? This is the Tapered Blending from Sonia Kashuk. I've been trying out some of her brushes that, like, say they just came out with like two new lines. The ones with the black handle, I think they've got others with gold, with a gold handle. And I mean relatively new, in air quotes, new in air quotes. And I've been trying several of them. I got some in a Target box several months ago, and this is actually kind of what I've been using my $3 off coupons on for the last several months that I get in my Target box. I will go and I will get a brush. Not that I don't have a million brushes already, but these are actually kind of nice. So I actually right now have my eye on the large e.l.f. palettes that came out. They have 3 of them now, I believe. There's, I forget their names, but they have one that's like super bright and vibrant, and then they have 2 other ones, varying shades, and they're $14 a piece. So what I'm thinking is maybe in February here, now the February boxes haven't come out when I'm filming this on Saturday, but maybe in February here, what I will do is, depending on if they have 2 boxes, if they have 2 boxes, I might just buy 2 of those palettes. The super bright, vibrant ones, I'm not totally interested in, but the other 2 I am kind of interested in. So let me know if you guys want to see a video on those palettes, because I think I'm going to buy the other 2, not the super vibrant one, but the other 2. So for some reason I feel like my nose is like super itchy. Yeah. Alright, so that shade worked really well. I'm going to go in with, what do I want to go in with next? This shade is like calling to me, but I don't know how it's going to look on my lid. I'm going to go ahead and swatch that because I think it's a duochrome. Okay, in the pan it looks super dark, but on my hand it does not look super dark. It looks almost like a pinky orange shift. And in the pan it looks like there's some green there, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not really seeing that at all when I get it swatched on my hand. So that's interesting. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is go into this deep red plum, I guess. It's like, I don't know. I'm going to start working that into my lower crease and my outer corner. And then we'll keep going from there. I think I'm going to put a shimmer on next. But I'm just going to keep this on like my lower crease. And like I said, the outer portion of my lid. But yeah, I'm curious about those e.l.f. palettes. I don't know if there's anything else that is coming out here recently that you guys have seen. If you didn't know, I am filming a Will I Buy It video every other Monday, opposite from my Shop My Stash. So this week I had Shop My Stash. Next week will be my Will I Buy It. And the first, I only filmed it once so far, which posted last week. And I'm having some problems with this shadow. It could be that my eye is revolting because I just like rubbed it down with micellar water, but there, well, I don't know. That's, can you guys see that? Like there's one spot where it's like my shadow is just not sticking to. Alright, we'll keep going. Like I said, my eye might just be revolting against me right now and just saying, you know, nope, we're not going to play nice because you just rubbed us down with micellar water. My eyes like to do that sometimes. And when I say revolting, I mean it's kind of swollen a little bit. And when my eyes swell, my eyelids swell, it's just not the best situation. I just don't know why that's not blending there because it seems to be doing okay on the other lid. But it's just not sticking in that one spot on that lid. That's really weird. Alright, that's really weird. I don't know why that's doing that. I'm going to zoom you in and show it to you real quick and then we'll zoom back out. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Right there on the outer portion, right along the crease of my lid. For some reason it's just not sticking to that part of my eye. No matter how much powder I put on it, it's just not sticking. This side doesn't seem to be having that problem. But again, it could just be that it's kind of mad at me because I just rubbed it down with, there we go. Can you guys see that? If I hold my lid, it kind of hurts too. All right, we're just gonna keep going. I'm gonna zoom you back out and we'll keep going. Okay. I just don't want them to look too different, but like I said, my eye actually kind of hurts over here. Okay, I'm gonna go in with, I have a whole table of brushes here. Like literally I grabbed a whole slew of brushes. I grabbed a bunch of the Sonia Kashuk brushes. I have a Lexi brush, Makeup Geek, Sigma, and somehow I didn't grab any brushes that I can just pack a shade on with. Sometimes I wonder about myself. Hold please. I think what I'm going to do is go in with the shade in the center of the palette, this pink here, and I'm going to pack that all over my lid and see how it does. I like to try these at least dry first. Any shimmer shade that I'm using, I like to try dry first to see how it's going to work and how much pigment I'm going to get. I know that everybody says, well, you're supposed to, you know, wet shimmer shadows because then it really brings out their color and all that good stuff. I understand. I'm lazy. I don't like to wet my brushes. And I actually used a palette here real recently. I used the Juvia's Place, I forget which one it was. It was the orange palette. Nubian 2, I think. There's something going on with his eye because it's like the whole crease is doing this. It just, for some reason, my eyeshadow is just not sticking to the crease of my eye. Can you guys see that? Like the whole way. And it's not just that shade. All right, I don't know what's going on. There's something weird going on with my eyeball right now. Sorry about that, but we're going to keep going. And I'm going to try to at least make my eyes not look horrendous. That eye is just not behaving itself right now. So I don't know what's going on. Kind of stinks because I was going to film another video after this. So we'll see if I can get it to work, or maybe you guys just won't notice that my eyelid is doing some funky things. It's not doing it on this eye, but it is on this eye. Like there is a defined line in my eye crease. I've never had that happen to me before. Never. That is really weird. Like even when I place the powder right on that portion of my lid, it's just not sticking. I have never had that before. That is super weird. Okay, so if you're watching this video and you've ever had that happen or you know why that's happening, let me know in the comment section down below because I have no idea why that's happened. I've never had that happen before. That is so weird. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to use my color switch and I'm going to go into the silvery purple shade over here. And I'm going to put that over top of the hot pink to sort of tone it down a little bit. I'm just going to do it on the first portion of my lid. Again, this is not sticking to that line on that eye. Can you tell it's bothering me? I've never had that happen before. I'm having troubles getting this to show up, this shade specifically to show up over top of that hot pink. Here we go. Now it is. Okay. I might have to pick this up with my finger or use a setting spray, but you can see there that it's definitely laying down on top of this one. It just took a little bit of working with it. And it's just, we're going to ignore that my right eye exists, okay? Okay, I think I'm done with my lids. I am going to go into this palette and I'm going to go into this shade here that I used on my outer corner. I'm going to go in with, let's go with this one. This one is from the Vintage Cosmetics Company, and I'm going to smudge that along my lower lash line. Okay. And then I'm going to go into, sorry, color switch, this shade here, which I used as my transition shade, and continue to smudge that lower lash line out just a little bit to make it a little bit smoky. Okay. So far, I'm liking this palette. I can't hold it accountable for not sticking to my eye when literally nothing is sticking to my eye there right now. I have no idea what's going on. No clue. Okay. I'm going to put all my clean brushes aside. All right. Eyeliner. I have got 2 eyeliners this month. I got a Maybelline in my Target box. This is the Maybelline Master Precise All Day. And I got this one from Starlux, which is a brown Ultra Luxe Longwear eye pencil in my BoxyCharm, I believe. I'm going to use the Starlux on my waterline. And then, like I said, I have the Maybelline Master Precise. This is a, oh, this is that felt tip liner. Crap. I forgot about this. All right, well, I'm already having issues with my eyes today, so let's go for it. I'm not going to do a wing. I'm just going to try to keep this along my lash line and do just a really thin line if I can get it to work. All right, I'm not a huge fan of that. I feel like a brush tip gives me a little bit more flexibility in doing my winged liner or my eyeliner, and this eye is definitely a little swollen, so I'm gonna not do any more of that. I did forget to use the Becca and Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop. I intended to put this on my inner corner of my eye, and that is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna use this right in there as my inner corner highlight. Okay. Mascara. Oh, I got that in my Beautylish box. I don't think I said that. I got the Pure Cosmetics 3-dimensional fiber lash mascara. If you saw my Lola unboxing, it has a mascara and fibers. I'm going to skip the fibers today, and I'm just going to use the mascara. The fibers weren't horrible. I just felt like they didn't really do much for me. I felt like the mascara dried too quickly, and then the fibers didn't stick. So I know I got some comments that fiber mascaras are really great, and this is the first one that I've used, so I can't speak to fiber mascaras in general, but I don't feel like the fibers in this one really did much for me. Although I will say that I don't feel like this mascara really does much for me either. But that's fine. I just feel like this dries super fast. Like I didn't even finish that eye and it was already like dry. So at least with this one, I don't like it. I probably will never reach for it again after today's video. I have plenty of mascaras that I do really enjoy. This is not one of them. Like I just don't feel like it did anything for my eyes at all. And it still has like that. Like there's, I think this does fine as like a lower lash line lashes or mascara, but does not do much for my lashes at all. So this is probably gonna go in the naughty pile. Okay, I just realized that I have some fallout from my shadow, so I'm gonna brush that away. All right, I have 2 lip products. I have this from my Sephora Play Bag. This is the Bite Beauty Crayon in Glacé. I'm gonna put this all over my lips. I think I told you that I got this in my Sephora Play. Now, not this one. I already had this one, but that's okay. I also have this Smith & Cult The Shining Lip Lacquer. This is from my BoxyCharm. It's just a really pale pink, and I'm going to put this over top of that lipstick from Bite. I'm going to wipe off the doe foot because it got icky from all of the lipstick that I had on my lips. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I don't like to like get my like, because this is such a pale gloss, I don't want to mix the darker lipstick in with it. So, okay. There we go. Let's go back over all of the products that I used today. The Smith & Co. gloss is okay. I'm going to have to use this more to know if I really like it or not. It is kind of sticky, but it's okay. I actually like it better with no lipstick underneath, but that's fine. I like Bite Beauty lip products, so that's a good product. The Becca Jaclyn Hill, I don't really think it did too much. I mean, it's definitely there. I can definitely see it, so it's not bad. I don't know. I'll have to try that as like a face highlighter too. The Maybelline felt tip mascara or eyeliner, not a big fan of felt tip eyeliners. The Starlux brown, it looks fine. The Pure Cosmetics mascara, I would not recommend that at all. The Brilliantly Bronzed palette from Measurable Difference, like I said, it's okay. I don't know how much this retails for. I would be willing to bet you could probably get other products from the drugstore that are better quality than this. So I would not recommend that. What else do I got here? The Mally Stick, I need to try more of. This disappointed me. It looks so promising on the back of my hand, but when I actually got it on my eye, with the way it acted on my eye today, I would say no to that. And my eye is still swollen over here just a little bit. I don't know if it's from that product or from me rubbing up my eye. I'm not quite sure. Looking around. The Viseart palette, definitely, I like this. I mean, I only used one of the products in it. It's got 3, but I know that I like Viseart products. I've used them before, and I know that I like them. So that I'm happy with. The Becca blush, I'm happy with. Again, I've used those blushes before, and I do like it. The Sleek palette, the highlighter palette, it's okay. My favorite is the other one. I forget what it's called. Hang on one second. I think this is still available. This is the Solstice highlighting palette, and I actually really enjoy this one. There's 3 powders and then 1 cream. The pink down here on the bottom is a cream, and then the other 3 are all powders. I like this palette a lot. So if you were looking at them and were thinking about getting this one or the Solstice palette, this one is called Distorted Dreams. I would recommend the Solstice palette, but that's just me. It's a good quality. Just for my preferences, I would prefer the Solstice palette. And then the Natasha Denona Lila palette, this is good. I can't blame it for not sticking to my eyelid because it did just fine on this eye, just not very good on this eye. So I will continue to use this palette, continue to try out different looks with this. If you want to see like a, I don't know, 3 looks, 1 palette, or 5 looks, 1 palette, or something like that, let me know. I've never done a video like that before, and I wouldn't be opposed to it. So if you guys want to see me do something like that, let me know and I will give that a try. If not, that's okay too. So, all right, I'm going to actually go grab John and see what he thinks of my look. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so this is my monthly beauty box look. So I took all the products from my beauty boxes and made a look out of it. You ready?
All right, does this include foundation?
No, foundation's not in this.
Foundation's not in it.
All right,
very
ready?
good. Let's see it.
Okay.
Whip it out. Holy pinky, wow.
You're not in screen. Get in screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't listening.
What do you think?
That's why you should be sitting over here. So it's a pink orange.
I don't know that there's any orange, but...
Well, it looks sort of orangey. Maybe that's your foundation. What'd you do to your inner eye? Is it gold or something? Is there silver in there?
There is a gold in my inner corner, yes.
And then... You have two-tone lips on? No. Maybe. Sorry, I have to use the bottom part of my bifocals because I can't see for nothing. Looks like you got something in your teeth.
What? I have lipstick on my teeth, you're right. And I do have something on my teeth. Why didn't you guys tell me I had something in my teeth? Okay, well, yeah. I've had something in my teeth this whole video. You guys didn't tell me.
Now you're red. Now you're embarrassed.
Well, I do have blush on.
Do you really?
I'm more worried about the fact that I got lipstick on my teeth. I hate it when that happens.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bust your thing. Oops.
So what do you think? I want your opinion on what you think it looks like.
Whoa!
What?
I just noticed you have a black eyeliner on, and it's like it's not quite cat eye, but it's it's out there. I mean, you can see it, like super see it.
I do have black eyeliner on, yes.
I like your look. It's sort of pinky. I think it's very neutral. I mean, in that, not neutral.
Pink and neutral are not the same.
All right, not neutral as in. I think it's a normal everyday. It's an everyday look. I think you could do that every day. You don't look like you're dressed.
I'm not like super-de duper-de glam. No.
No. So. I mean,
and you guys might not have been able to hear anything we said because I had the mirror sitting actually in front of the microphone.
Does that interfere with it?
It does, because I have my microphone set to just pick up things on one side of the microphone.
Oh my. Well, that's a mess.
So you might not have heard anything we just said. But...
yeah, and I just relayed the meaning of life. Anyway, no, I like it. It's pink. Okay. I think there's an orange in like the top part of your eyelid.
So I use
it's just me.
this in my crease, this right below my crease. So if you're seeing
so
orange,
it's like a ready
this.
Orange.
He's probably talking about this shade right here, because that's the only thing that's like even remotely red orange. Yeah, I didn't use any. There is a couple of like orangey shades in here, but I didn't use them. I used the shade Nude Mauve, Amara, which is this one. And then I used Magentic all over the lid. And then I put Juno on top of Magentic. And then I put Amara and Nude Mauve on my under eye.
Oh, there you go. No, I think it's nice.
So, all right. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this.
Sorry.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already and you'd like to be, please hit the red subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the little bell to notify you when I do upload new videos. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below. I do appreciate them. Do you guys like seeing John here? Anyway. One other thing real quick. Yes, John just took his hair out of his ponytail while I cut the video. But anyway, one other thing real quick. If you weren't aware, my sister and I started our own online clothing boutique. It is Nimities.com. The link is in the description bar below. If you wouldn't mind checking it out, I would really appreciate it. If you don't have to do that either. So anyway, I just wanted to throw it out there. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye.
Bye.